Hello, it's me again. It is Sunday, the 19th of October, and I've been trying to get on here for a while and just haven't been able to. I have done some videos in my Patreon, and you'll notice I have a different background, and that would be because I bought a building for my business. So this would be like my office-y kind of area, and I'm trying to get everything moved over here so that I can produce more linen. Um, but it's a slow process. I've been here a month and I've been so busy with the linen stuff. I've just been able to do small trips. I did get a lot of the painting done. Still have some more to do. I've had an electrician here. I had my plumbing estimate, but I had to wait for sinks to be delivered. So now those are here. And I will start being able to dye at this building instead of in my laundry room at home. And I'm really hoping maybe before the holidays to get my house back in order. The plan is with my new building, it's not open to the public. It's basically just a studio for me to work, a little more space, and a way for me to be able to, at some point, possibly hire some employees outside of the family. Right now, I have my brother-in-law working for me. He does my ironing. He does other stuff too, but he mainly does my ironing. My middle daughter, who is 21, she's in college. She does Penn State, but she's been doing online courses the last year and a half. So she's at home. But she will sometimes work for me part-time. And, so I'm really trying to just not lose my mind and have a much nicer dedicated space for work and also to be able to pump out more linen. Things have been a little slow lately. My brother-in-law took a month off. He had, well, I was out of town in New York. I went to Hobby House to their last retreat, and my brother-in-law was working on some house projects, so he took a few weeks off after I came back. And so for quite a while there, I was having to do all the bolt cutting, dyeing, computer work, mailing, and the ironing myself, and it slowed things down a lot. On top of that, I was also doing a exclusive linen order for Homespun Needlework Group, which was a huge hit. It was the Teresa Kogut, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Harvest something. Anyway, that exclusive's closed, but they're still working on it. And that has been a really big job because it was so popular. So I know they're still sending out those kits. I have a kit on order. I still don't have one myself. I know Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches, she actually finished hers. If you watch, well, I don't think she's shown it on her YouTube. I guess you'd have to go on Facebook or Instagram to see her finish. It's adorable. I can't wait to get it. I mean, I can wait because I'm not going to start it till next year. So. Anyway, um, basically, I'm telling you all this because I've been a little bit behind and I'm trying to get caught up and also trying to move into a new building. I don't have time to do it right now because I'm so busy with the linen stuff. If you have any pre-orders with me, whether it's through Patreon or on my regular website, they are being worked on. I had a lot of orders and they are going out in batches, and it shouldn't be too much longer before everything's out. So if you've checked with me or you were thinking of checking with me on a pre-order, it's coming. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of it. On Patreon, I did do a tour of this building. I had started painting and doing stuff, and then I was like, well, I better like capture it on camera before it's really done. And it's nowhere near done now, but at least I got a few things in here so it's not quite as echoey. I've gotten a lot of my personal stitching stuff over here, which is nice because it was my closet in my bedroom was full, a hallway closet was full. I just had stuff everywhere. And so I thought, gosh, it would be really nice to even have my personal stuff up here and just be able to put together a little basket and take it home and have it all in one place since I plan on spending a lot of time here. Another thing, I live where it's kind of snowy and gross. This building's about 10 minutes from my house, but I still have the ability to dye at home, which will be nice. I have a senior in high school. He's the baby, and I'd like to spend some time with him. So there very well could be days where I will be not coming up here and driving in snow and blizzards or ice or whatever and decide to stay home. So I've kind of had to have double of everything. Last week I used a big like roller iron to iron all my linen, and I kept the one I had at home and had another one sent to this building so that, like I said, if I can't come in, don't feel like coming in, or the weather is nasty, particularly in the winter, I can still work from home a little bit. My laptop will go back and forth, and yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I'll keep you posted on what's going on with this. Once it's fully finished, I will do a tour and kind of show you guys some stuff um, later. It will probably be after the holidays because I don't see myself getting really fully settled in here. I have a bazillion shop orders and I have more exclusives coming up. And, like I said, the holidays, I have, let's see, today's Sunday. I am up here at the studio trying to get some stuff done and promised you guys a video a while ago and just haven't been able to squeeze it in. And tonight, my brother-in-law who works for me, it is his birthday tomorrow, his 51st birthday. So we are taking him out to dinner. And so I will be, you know, not working tonight. I usually work most days of the week. And, um, today's kind of a nice slow day. I'm not doing linen today. So I will be probably cutting bolts late tonight and dyeing all day tomorrow. So that's it. Let's see. I haven't gotten a lot of stitching done, as you can imagine, because I have been busier than I normally am. But things are kind of starting to get back to where I feel like I could take a couple hours here and there off. I went to the Hobby House retreat and I have not stopped working since then. And I started to feel a little burnout. So, there's been a couple days where I've taken a few hours off. Today, even though I'm working at the studio, I feel kind of like it's a day off. And my plan is on Halloween, I'm going to take that weekend off. I'm going to take Halloween's a Friday. And so I'm going to take that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and just get some stuff done at home. I think on Halloween, I might watch some fall movies and actually sit and kind of stitch and chill out and um, do that. And then probably the next break I'll have will be Thanksgiving week. As long as I have it scheduled in the future, I feel like I'm working towards something that's really something to look forward to. The problem is with the holidays, because now we're almost into November and then Thanksgiving will be done and it'll be just a few weeks until Christmas, which I love this time of year, but of course, you all know it's very busy. And the problem is when I take time off for these holidays, I'm not really relaxing. I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner, I'm cleaning the house, I'm prepping for Christmas. The days that I love that I take around the holidays probably would be the day after Christmas through New Year's, that whole week. Um, the first couple of years I was dyeing linen and stuff, I was really taking a few days before Christmas And then I would work that week between Christmas and New Year's and then just take a long weekend for New Year's. But I realized that there's a lot of shops. I mean, there's just not much going on. The orders kind of slow down because customer orders, because people are, doing stuff with family and busy and all that stuff. A lot of shops will close. Zweigart is closed for like a month at Christmas. So it's kind of like, you know what? If everybody else is taking off, it's actually a great excuse to take off. So I will be taking off 2 weeks at Christmas. And that will be because my son's Christmas break is 2 weeks. My oldest daughter is a teacher, so she will be out of work for that 2 weeks, not working and able to hang out and come over. And my college daughter will be off too. So I thought, you know what? This year I'm going to take some time off and yeah, so working as hard as I am now, I'm not complaining. I'd rather be too busy than not busy enough. So I'm grateful that I'm this busy, but I'm also kind of looking forward to the next three holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, because I'll get to spend time with family and putz around my house and maybe get some stitching in. So that's where I'm at. I'm a little bummed. So this building has two little like kitchenettes. I think, well, when it was originally built, it was a real estate agency. And then I think at some point it may have been like a dental lab or a small dentist office. So there's two little kitchenettes, right? The smaller one has a spot for a mini fridge. So I brought over a Nespresso machine for my coffee, like immediately, that I wasn't really using. And I put that in one of the little kitchens for my coffee. And then I also have a drip maker, which I have not opened yet, for the bigger kitchen. So I was going to have like an espresso and a drip station because what am I going to do with two kitchens? But I went to make my Nespresso today and the milk frother quit. So now I'm reevaluating where my coffee is going to be in this building. If I have espresso, I want frothed milk with it. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this out. I think at the end of this week, my daughter and I, my middle daughter, Natalia, last year we started going to, on the way back from the Hobby House retreat last year, we stopped at Bronner's, which is the largest Christmas store in the world. And I know a lot of stores say that, but I'm telling you, if you have not been to Bronner's, they really might not be lying. So last year we had stopped there and we decided to start a Christmas village together. And we decided we would go down every year. That's south of where I live. But last year when we stopped, we were coming north, so we stopped there. And we decided to start a Christmas village together, a Department 56 village, and that every year we would drive down to Bronner's and pick a new piece. And on the bottom of them, I wrote the year and that she and I were together, what we were doing. And I told her it'll be her Christmas village one day. So she and I would like to get down there. It'll kind of be like a day long thing. And I'm hoping this week we can drive down and pick out our second piece while the weather is still good and maybe get in the mood for, I know it sounds crazy, but get in the mood for Christmas because I'm already feeling it. I'm feeling like, okay, I'm getting there. I'm not over fall because it's my favorite season, but as far as stitching goes, I'm starting to feel Christmas and feel like I've just ran out of time to do anything else that's fall. It's kind of where I'm at. So I am going to show you a couple things I bought. I actually finished something the other night stitching. I didn't have much left on this piece, but I got like an hour of stitching in. Um, I'll show you what I worked on last night. I stitched from about 10 p.m. to midnight. I'm living on the edge. Um, and then some things that I might be in the mood to start or work on in the next month or so. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you that. All right, so my big finish. I started this last year. Um, I don't know why I didn't finish it. I have no idea. I think I started this last year before I went to the My Life as a Sampler retreat. and came home and never finished it. So this is Pineberry Lane, October 31st. And I kind of like the little prim look, especially with Halloween and stuff. I think it just goes so perfectly. So, Pineberry Lane, there's always like these weird, bald-headed ladies. I think she has a crew of alopecia characters. Um, they never have hair, which is fine. I think they're adorable. What I had picked was, I got this at Lynn's of Madison, 36 count Lakeside Navy Bean. And this was really quick. If you are a stitcher that has time to stitch, a couple nights. I mean, I think that's all I worked on it. It just took me 2 years or a full year to do it. So this is it. I finished that and hmm, I think I might just order a little frame for it. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. I think with a really cool black frame, it'll just be adorable. So maybe I'll order a frame this year so that it is ready to go next year. And it's just DMC in a project in a project bag. I'm really trying to up my game on the project bag because do not need any charts. I do get charts sometimes just because, but do I need them? No. Um, and I like buying stitchy stuff. So I'm like, maybe I'll start investing in some charts. Not that I don't think that this kind of project bag is just a-okay, because it is. All right. So before I went to Hobby House, I had decided because I thought then I had time, or that I might, I was feeling fall. Leaves hadn't turned yet. It was starting to actually cool down. The tourists had left northern Michigan. I was like, woohoo, let's do fall. I'm gonna start something new. It'll probably take me forever to finish this. I don't know if I showed you this before, but I did start Blackwater Hollow by Stacy Nash. I've always loved this piece. It's just so cute. And I think this piece I think it's a good one because it's not really Halloween. It is fall, but there's sort of like this weird crossover, right? Like the coloring and the black mixed in. And you could put it with, if you do Halloween, you could do it with your Halloween decor and your fall decor if you split those up. So, I have no clue I have no clue what this linen is. Oh, wait, no, I do. I think I did mention this. Okay, so it says on the selvage that it's sand dunes. I'm guessing it's seraphim. I've never seen, yeah, I'm guessing it's seraphim. That would be my guess. And I had a big chunk, and this is all I got started. It's an older chart of Stacy's. You're not gonna be able to see. I don't know. It's a pretty color of linen, but of course the colors never show up right. It's showing much lighter than it actually is. It's sort of like a very golden brown. I don't know. Ugh, maybe, I don't know. It's not showing the right color, but it's a very pretty color. Stacy used to really chart a lot with gentle art. So this is all gentle art. I've probably for the last few years, it seems like more of her charts have been done with weeks than gentle art, but that is that. And it's even the old one with the photo on it. So I think that'll be fun next year. I got to start on it. I figured if it started, it'll be so easy next year to just pick up, kind of like I did with the Pineberry Lane, pick up and, get it going. Like I said, I haven't stitched much. I'm gonna put this down for here. Okay. I haven't stitched much. I had all these plans for fall things, and this video I had planned on going in my basement. I didn't even decorate for fall at my house. Last night, I finally put some like, you know, fall florals in a crock and set them on the table. I'm like, all right, we got like a week and a half because I'm an early Christmas decorator. And especially with working, I need to start it in November, like right after Halloween, because it'll just never get done. Just like this fall, I'll be postponing it and run out of time and it'll never get done. And my kids love when I decorate my house. So, even though they're sort of like adult kids, they still want it. And so I didn't get to the fall decorating. So I've been kind of focusing on Christmas. And so I haven't done anything in my house. I mean, I'm not crazy enough that the tree's up already. Will be soon. Um, but I thought, I'm going to switch to the Christmas stitching because there's a shot I could at least maybe get something finished to put out this season. So I've shown you this quite a few times. I don't know if this was ever, I don't know if this has like been released as a pattern or in a book. I could probably find out. This was a Patreon chart from Teresa Kogut. It's called Mary Santa and it was from 2022. And I've shown you this before because I started it like 5 times. Um, I had this really pretty linen that I had been gifted from a viewer. I started stitching it. It was perfect. It was like a greeny blue. I think it was an R&R. And I was off in my count, and then Santa was sniffing the bird's butt, and I put it away for the year because that just annoyed the heck out of me. So then I restarted again, and then I decided I didn't like that greeny blue linen for it. I think it just, when I actually get this finished, I'm going to be so excited because it's rare that I would start a chart more than one. I like it if I didn't just give up on it and just get so ticked off. So, I must like it if I restarted it. So, this one, I don't know what the linen is. Shoot, it's not mine because it surged. If I'm stitching on my linen, God, what is this? I don't know. But it's a very yellowy brown. And last night I watched, let's see, on TV they had a Stephen King marathon. I watched Misery, and I did the wreath. So I thought this might be fun because, well, first of all, I'll just show you on the chart. And it's DMCs, mostly DMC. I love this pot, and so I can't wait to like do this whole section. I finished the wreath and I have the hand and all that. So I've got like fill in I can do here for nights where I can't think. I have not attempted to do this bird because I stitched him twice and just wasn't in the mood. But I love him with the little top. I mean, he has a little top hat on. And this guy on Santa's head is like, why do I not have a hat? Yeah, it's cute. I think this is going to be really, really cute. I love Teresa Kogut stuff. There's something about, I'm a sampler stitcher and I love reproduction samplers. And that is number one, by far, my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to stitch. It's my favorite thing to have on the wall. But I do like seasonal too. And there's something about Teresa Kogut for me is this great blend of, I love her color palette. She's very folk art, but there's a little cutesiness to it too. She just has great seasonal stuff. And even though I tend to like antiques and things that aren't very cutesy, there's some designers that I feel like their seasonal just goes well with all of that stuff. And Teresa Kogut's one of them. Um, Scarlet House has some great smalls. It's the same thing, her color palette. Brenda Gervais, I mean, you can have any style and Brenda Gervais is going to look good. Let's just say that. Um, of course, Paulette Stewart. I love her color palette and her smalls and seasonal work so well with that. So, especially the last year or two, I have not really had the mental capacity to sit down with my reproduction samplers, and it's so nice that these designers, my favorite designers, that are so enjoyable to stitch, have these smaller seasonal pieces that just are such a joy and let me to keep stitching without stopping because right now I cannot focus on my reproductions. I get in and out of the mood, and there are times when I will, but Teresa Kogut's patterns are so enjoyable to I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're just enjoyable to stitch. Now, the only thing about her patterns is they take forever because they're very stitch heavy. Just like Plum Street. Very stitch heavy, but very worth it. So I have been in a, as I call a Kogut mood lately. I had dinner with Teresa Kogut last week. She was up near me on vacation and we went out to dinner. And I told her I was going home to start one of her Halloween pieces. I had pulled all the threads, um, and I got home. I did start it. I started the border. I'm not going to show you because I didn't do enough, but I'm like, this is crazy to be starting a Halloween piece when Halloween's like a week away and I get no stitching time. So I switched modes, pulled out one of her patterns that I already had a start on, and I'm hoping to get this done by Christmas. All right. Um, all right, well, I'm trying to think of where to go next. What do I have going on here? Oh, one thing I want to show you is I did in the move, I've been like finding all this stuff because I've been bringing my whips up here and then kind of trying to like put them away. I have like a buffet cabinet over there that I put my whips and some of my patterns and things that are kitted up. So I didn't really get to play with them a lot, but at least like pulling them out and putting them away, it was kind of fun. But I did find, which I had finished, I have a bunch of smalls that I'd like to send out to the finisher because they're just sitting in drawers. And that's like one of my goals this year is to really try to get caught up on getting things framed and smalls finished. I can finish my own. I do not have the time for that. So I am going to be hiring finishers to finish my small pieces. Um, so I pulled this out and I stitched this a couple years ago when it was new. And so I went on Signed and Numbered on Etsy and ordered a frame. Tara Sullivan uses them. I have used them before. They've been around forever. They're kind of great little frames. So I ordered a frame for this piece because I wasn't sure what to do with it because it's so itty bitty. And I kind of love it. So this is the Scarlet House, and it's C.S. Strudwick. And she came out with it, I don't know, a couple years ago at Christmas time. And it was a super quick stitch, super easy. And I love this, how it looks in this frame. I didn't do anything with it for a while because I had been thinking, oh, maybe I'll like do a pillow and add fabric to it or something. And then I'm like, oh, it'd be so cute in the itty bitty frame. And it really is. I just kind of like loosely popped it in there. So it's got wrinkles and stuff because I just wanted to show you what it looked like. You can hang it or you can put in the little stick and put it on a table, but I think this will be really cute this Christmas. And the frame I picked, it's got some little scratches, is so cute. It's kind of grungy, beat up, like a traditional green. And so this fits, what did I stitch that on? I think I did this on 40 count. This is on Dirty Teacup. I use DMC threads and it fits in a 4x4 frame. And so the color I got from Signed and Numbered is weathered green. You're not going to be able to see that. Weathered green. I kind of would like to order this frame again because it is just so cute. It is so cute. So I think that I'm ready for Christmas with that. Really, you can keep this out all the time, but it has the little like pine and holly, the little whatever the heck that is. I was really pleased with that. And how inexpensive. I think the frame was like 21 bucks or something. So boom, done, ready to go. All right. So, I today was trying to figure out, okay, so I have like what I decided to do is I have most of my personal stuff here. I have a lot of my some of my threads at home. This is going to change over time because I don't know exactly what's going to work out, but I'm going to be here pretty much every day at my office. So I thought what I'm going to do is at home keep a small stash of stuff. But if I want to kit anything or, anything like that, I can do it at work and take it home and then just kind of keep like a small basket of whips at home. And if for some reason I just get in the urge to start something else, I have a few choices, but I'll have to come up here and take the time to kit it rather than just having all this stuff at home. So I've been a little schizophrenic with what I'd like to start. I have a ton of whips for winter and the next couple months, November and December. But I'd also like to start some new things because I think I said before next year I'm going to work a lot on patriotic. So this is where my schizophrenic head is now. Is it schizophrenic? I don't know. I'm all over the place. Okay, so one thing that I have that I don't know when I ordered this. This might have been 2 years ago. This was on Stacey Nash's personal website. Um, and it came really late. It came like 2 days before Christmas or something. But it was a little kit and it had a couple of a corner gauge and a thread board. Ooh, and I am signed up for the Jingle Ball. I did sign up for her animal cracker class. Oh, it's so cute. I didn't get the kit because I had trouble on the website and I was trying to get the Stacey Nash cracker kit and it kept like saying that my payment was I tried it like 5 times and I could not get it. And by the time I reset it to go back, it was sold out. That's fine. So I got the PDF class. I don't remember the animal cracker's name, but if you go on the Jingle Ball website, you can see because you can still buy tickets to the Jingle Ball. Anyway, so I missed out on getting it with the called for linen. I was telling some friends, I think I might dye a pinky color so that I can do that. And if it comes out well, maybe I'll offer it to you guys. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, I'm not promising anything. But a couple years ago, she had this kit and it was on her personal, it was like an exclusive on her personal website. And because it came so close to Christmas, I tossed everything into the box and was like, I'll do this another time. So this is Winter Tidings ornaments. And it came with all of the oh, 2023. But Stacy didn't give me enough time to stitch them. So it came with all of the boards for the ornaments and the ribbon and the pattern. And I thought, you know what? This would not take long and I could actually have a finish. So it's all week. Yeah, this would be cute. Actually, I think it'll take longer than I think, but um I thought that might be fun to get going. And by the time I finish it, who knows? It'll probably be, February and my tree will still be up. That's the way things are going this year. But I think I'll try that. Maybe. Um, let's find these little kits. So I pulled that out because I have to put together the threads at some point and maybe do those ornaments. Um, this I started, I don't know when I started this. I have no idea. But I felt like this was a good crossover between fall and Christmas. It's kind of moody, like the color palette is kind of fall, but then it's kind of cozy like winter. It's not a winter pattern. I don't know. I think this is going to work for me. I started this, I don't know, in the last year. It's called the Candlestick Maker Sampler by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I believe you should be able to go to her website, Country Stitches Online, and get this, or do a Google search. Some local shop may have it. Um, Again, no clue what this linen is. God, I don't know. This might be a Lakeside. It is Lakeside Exemplar, 40 count. So I had started it. I believe it was I don't know. Golly, I started it. And I thought, oof, oof, what if I started working on that? Because I could be doing that. I could start it now and pick it up now, and it would work in the winter, and I could hang it up. We'll see. I love Brenda Gervais. Well, who doesn't love Brenda Gervais? She has some new releases coming out. I am on her auto ship, so I will have them listed on the website whenever they get out. So that's kind of on my radar to, I guess it's kind of a whip. I kind of feel like it's a start whip. Gotta figure out where to put this. Let's see. On a moment. Okay. Oh, there's the threads. Then, one thing that I have always wanted to start it's kind of like every January. I feel like I want to start this because it's good like after Christmas, but still, I don't know. It is a Christmas piece. But Heap on the Wood by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I love this. This is the Country Sampler. I have the Country Sampler conversion. So if you wanted to use their thread conversion, you'd have to order it from Country Sampler. Otherwise, you could use Brenda's colors, which are they're both equally good. Brenda doesn't choose bad colors. But Country Sampler has an aesthetic, and yeah, I bought the kit from them. So this is, oh, I don't even have a start on it. So this is the fabric that I chose, and it is a old piece of Seraphim Prairie Grass in 40 count. Seraphim, some of her colors have changed since she started, so I don't know. It is kind of a light taupe. I'm trying to figure out how to show that. So that's what I picked. But like I said, if you order Prairie Grass now, I'm not sure it's the same color. Not exactly. I don't know. I don't know. But that was my own choice, was the Prairie Grass. That was not that Country Sampler didn't send me that. So I'm going to put that together. Another thing, when I was going through my things that I had sort of like kitted or ready to go, I have wanted to start this sampler for, and I feel like, ooh, I hear sirens. Very different than being at home. Um, I have wanted to start this forever. I don't know when's the last time I showed you this, but it's one of my favorite Plum Street pieces, and I haven't picked out a fabric yet. Off the top of my head, I'm maybe thinking Dolly Madison, but I'm not sure. And that is the Crowned Bird Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. It's not Christmas, it's not fall, it's just a sampler. It's not a reproduction. It was originally stitched on vintage Meadow Rue, which who knows, I may have in my stash. I don't know. And I have had all of the silks ready to go for it. So it's Belsois and NPI, a mix of both. And see, those colors to me, like green, red, gold, white, like a lot of that is kind of Christmassy, even though it's not Christmas. But I would love to just get this started. There's a lot of plum streets that I have not done that have been on my list for years and years and years. And I just need to start them. This one, I think this one deserves, 2014. I have had this since it came out. Are you kidding me? Jeez, oh Pete. Okay. So again, this is in one of my fancy project bags. I think it might deserve a nice one because I've been wanting to do this since 2014. I'm going to choke here. Now I need my cold drink. There's something about I've been filming on my computer and every table I put it on seems like bouncy, like it's real sensitive to. So I apologize if the screen bounces too much. So these are all ones that I would love to start. And they're not all, they're, like I said, they're all over the place. Some are Christmassy, some are every day, some are winter. I don't know. I've shown this before. I've always wanted to stitch this, and I just have to put together the threads. I love it. And it is Brenda Gervais, Adam and Eve. It's so cute. I mean, I know not everybody loves Adam and Eve, but could that not be like two of the cutest Adam and Eves you've ever seen? I mean, they're cute. They're cute. I love it. I would love to stitch this. Oh, God. Yeah. So I thought, well, that might be a start. If I'm in the winter mood or I'm in the moody mood, I feel like, Stacy Mash is like, did I say Stacy Mash? Stacy Nash? I think that's a first. I hear people say Stacy Nash all the time, but I don't know if anybody's called her Stacy Mash. Okay. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I'm in a Stacy Nash mood, like kind of a dark and moody mood, and she has some pieces like that. So Pine Tree Farm Pin Keep, again, Christmassy, but wintry. So I could keep this out in January and February, and it would be completely seasonally appropriate. And it's a very dark picture. Um, she did it on Weeks Dye Works Putty 30 count. Ugh, 30 count. No. So I don't know what I would do it on. But it's definitely one where I would use her. She always does like the walnut crystal, kind of like brush it with that when you're done stitching and make it grubby. And I think that that works for this. So I think, let me see. I have DMC here. Let me see if that's what it was. Yeah, this one is charted in DMC. So look at these. These colors are very, um, they're not Christmassy. They're like a dark, moody, fallish. They're very pretty. Let me cover the window with my head. Yeah, so I wanted to start that for a long time, and I've had these threads in here. I love stitching it. You give me a house, and I'm all excited to stitch it. So I may do that. It's kind of ridiculous that I want to start all this stuff, but I own it, so why not start it? Um, I loved this. This was a market release this year. This is Joy by Shakespeare's Peddler. I think that would be very fun. It had come with a special edition. I did sell these, but I sold out of them really quick. I should have bought more, but there was a special Gentle Art thread pack for it. Now, it doesn't mean you can't stitch it because the chart actually has a DMC, and I think DMC would be perfect. She stitched this on 40 count natural by Zweigart. So that's just, I mean, that's nice. If you like it, you could just buy the natural, which is kind of a grayish oatmeal type color. Um, I guess cheaper than overdyed. If I were going to do overdyed, which I am, I will probably stitch this on my linen on Steinbeck or maybe Fox and Rabbit Saltbush is what I'm going to do. One of the two. Let's see. Teresa Kogut again. I had started, I don't think I showed you guys, because I've done some videos for Patreon that have not, they're not public. They're just if you're in my Patreon. So I've done some YouTube videos over there, and I sort of did a hobby house recap when I got back, and I had started a Teresa Kogut winter. I think it was Gathering Holly. I'm not good with the chart names. So I had started that in New York, and you'll see it because once I pick it up again and get some progress, I'll show it again. But before I went to Hobby House, I was trying to decide between two patterns because I really wanted to start something. One was that Gathering Holly, and one was this one, Snow Day at Cedar Hill. So this was, let's see, Patreon December 2024. I don't think this one's in a book or a chart, or, it's not, who knows, she may release it. Um, I thought this one's nice too because again, this could cross, I mean, you could have it out for Christmas, but I don't think it would be weird to just keep this out in the winter. Actually, it'd be beautiful. So I still would like to kit that up and start it. Teresa Kogut mostly uses DMC and then she'll like throw in like just a couple of overdives. So let's see, she has 5 overdives in this one. 3 weeks dye works and 1 classic color works. So, well, and one of the weeks dye works is coal. So it's just black. It wouldn't even have to use the overdyed on that. So that I would love to kit up and start. Maybe later. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm just talking for no reason. I was gonna say maybe later in the season, but let's face it, I'm not finishing any of these. I don't have the time, but I'm gonna start them. So I've seen a lot of people posting Prairie Schoolers, which anytime people post Prairie Schoolers, it just, oh, it kills me. I love Prairie Schooler and I've stitched a lot of Prairie Schooler, but their catalog is so big that you could stitch Prairie Schooler for a lifetime. They stitch really quick. They don't have a big floss list. I did a lot of these in the late 80s and early 90s. A lot of back then, I was young. I was like a teenager. So I gave away a lot of stuff I stitched as gifts, which is great because I did do Prairie Schooler, Cross-eyed Cricket. I loved the Amish stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. Um, it's great because it's been a long time. So even if I've stitched it, I could restitch it. Even if I did it back in, 88 or 89 or 91, I could redo it because I don't have them anymore. But I loved these. These Prairie Schooler did. They're all available now. Like all of the Prairie Schoolers are available. So, um, nothing's out of print. I love these. They were limited edition with gentle art. And well, they were no, not gentle art, crescent colors. Oh, my bad. I had a couple of the kits. I do have the threads somewhere in my stash. Crescent Colors is now Classic Colorworks. So, um, it was like you got raw linen and you got the thread and you got the Prairie Schooler chart, but now you can just buy the chart. And I love them because they're like 4 or 5 colors. They're just so cute. This is Santa's house. Must be Santa. And they're all dated, right? So these were limited edition. Like this one's 2007, but they all have, I love this one. I think this one's super cute. They all have a graph for, number, so you can put this year's date on it. Dear Santa. Oh, God, these are cute. Coming to town. I'm gonna start one of these. I'm gonna do one of these. There's a couple other ones I was thinking of. Here's what's sad. So when Prairie Schooler was gonna like go out of business, like the secondary market, the prices shot through the roof because everybody wanted Prairie Schooler. And I was like, nah, I've got ones I'll never stitch. So I sold a lot of them. And then Hoffman, the distributor Hoffman, bought the rights to reproduce them and started doing that. And I got rid of a bunch of really good ones that were on cardstock and had no idea that they started reprinting them on that flimsy paper. So that was a big mistake on my part. I should have kept the old cardstock. But at the time, I was thinking, am I ever really going to get to these? And I will just, make some money to buy other charts that are on my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list or whatever. And so it made sense at the time. Now I'm pissed I didn't. Okay, the Four Seasons. This one's really old, but I think this one's kind of fun, especially the Christmas one. And they're so tiny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would I don't know how I would do this. On the cover, which is actually kind of cool because this is back when matting was super popular. It's coming back too. I've noticed that. They did a mat where the four holes had all four seasons. But I don't know where the camera is here. Okay. I love the Christmas one. It's just so cute. And I don't think they would take a while. So I thought, well, this would be kind of fun and do them separately. And if, 4 times a year I could stitch and have a whole set of those. Let me move these out of the way. Good Saint Nick. I love both of these. I love all of this. Oh, I love this. So I love the long one, and I do love the Four Santas. I love it. I think it'd be fun to start that one. And this one, I love both of these too. Christmas Day. I love this little four square one, which I have done some of the fall ones like that. Again, love them both. I don't know. I love the words and stuff in the snow. I think that's really cute. And I love the dark sky. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I love Prairie Schooler. And they stitch up really fast. So another one who doesn't love Paulette. This is deceivingly stitch heavy, but I would love to stitch Home for Christmas. I think that's really cute. I don't have any of the threads. It's a mix of DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and one Classic Colorworks. This would be very fast. I would love to stitch the Merry Christmas Pin Keep Drum by Stacy Nash. It's just a cute little red drum. And I thought, oh, well, that would be pretty simple and just adorable, sitting on a little table or next to your stitching spot. And okay, now you guys are going to laugh. Not only is this in one of the amazing project bags, but this has been kitted up for so many years. I still had it kitted up with white Ada, which nothing wrong with that. Some of you still do that, but this was okay. So, like I said, back in the late 80s, early 90s, I loved that whole Told in a Garden, Diane Graebner. I was never teddy bears with bows or geese with bows kind of stitcher, but I was all about the Amish people. And I love Diane Graebner, and I had all of her charts. I don't know what's happened to them, but I do still have a few. And I go back and forth. They were so fun to stitch. I enjoyed them a lot. I go back and forth because I feel like, okay, if I were to stitch it, which it's very enjoyable, like a Told in the Garden or Lynn's Prince, Diane Graebner, would I really want to like finish it and hang it up? Because it's really not my aesthetic now. Now, my girls who are in their 20s tell me that late 80s, early 90s decorating is coming back. And I myself have seen this on Instagram and Pinterest that these girls are sort of embracing the whole look, right? Um, the teddy bears with bows, the geese, the, cutesy, the curio cabinet with figurines, that kind of thing. So I don't know. It wouldn't totally be out of the realm, but I grabbed this because I thought I still love this one. And I actually probably would hang this one. There's another one I have started that I may have shown you before that's like a buggy dry. I'll find it at some point. I started it on Ada. Um, but I love this one. Oh God, look at that wallpaper. With the Amish kids sledding and playing in the snow. And I love that it's long. I don't know. I still want to stitch. I want to stitch it. I'm gonna stitch it. The charts are hideous. But here was my kidding method. Here we go. Here we go. Smaller one with all the threads. Oh my gosh. And as you can see, the charting is, like hand drawn, like everything was back then. I don't know what year this came out. Here's the little topper. I want to stitch this. So, and I know it sounds crazy, but I would love to go through and find, I gotta see. I think I got rid of most of her charts. I don't know if they still sell them, but I'm sure I could find them on eBay. There's something I still love about it. So call me crazy. I'm gonna go back and do a retro stitch and start it. I wish I could find this one is called Yoder's Hill. Of course it is. It is a companion piece to the limited edition print Miller's Mountain. Limited edition print Miller's Mountain. Oh boy, I may have to look that up. Miller's Mountain. Oh God. Well, if I want more information, I have to write a letter to them. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Miller's Mountain. I don't know which one that is. I'm sure I've seen it. Anyway, don't laugh. I'm definitely not stitching it on Ada. Not that you would laugh at me stitching it on Ada. This piece could disintegrate. It's so old. Um, oh, it's a good piece of Ada. Anyway, yeah, I won't stitch it on Ada because I'm, you know, not there anymore. One day I may go back to Ada, but right now I'm a linen stitcher. So yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm going retro, baby. I'm going old school and we'll see how it turns out. Maybe I'll inspire you guys to pull out the old stitching. But I think that's it. Oh, let me show you some haul. Oh God, I banged the, oh, whatever. Okay, so a couple haul things and then I'm done. Um, okay, I can't find all my haul. Uh, all right, well, hang on. So one thing that I did order, that I ordered last year, and did I write in it? No, I didn't, but I really love this book. I love this planner. So this is the planner for the cross stitcher's soul. It's a great, um, I think the website is for the stitcher's soul, right? And you can order this. I love planners. I don't know why I didn't really use it last year, but of course I had to have this year's. So, it comes with stickers. Let me show you. Let's see. The website is called forthestitcherssoul.com. It comes with cross stitch stickers that you can put in your book. It's very much, for years, I have used Day Designer as my calendar, and it's very much like that. They opens flat. So you've got your calendar, you've got, let me go past the calendar. Contacts, thread conversions, whips. You can make a list of all the charts you own. I would need a bigger book for that. It has all the thread conversions in there to refer to. It has projects and things that you can document what you're working on and what you need. Retreats, any lists for packing lists, what to bring, what to do, where it's at, what the cost is. How to budget for it, which these days, I mean, come on, let's face it, we need to budget for that. Notes. You've got contacts. I don't know why in this day and age you would use that, but you never know. Maybe your local, your stitching shops and things. I don't know. There's a wish list. Notes, let's see. Definitions and abbreviations like stitching stuff. And I don't know, this is kind of strange, but it says resources and it has a couple of stitches in here, but not many. And then there's a pocket in the back. So I like it. I like it. There are two, it also comes with two gold pens. I love these pens. They're real pointy, but they write really nice. I like it. My intent was to, I don't know, like, try and kind of like I used to use not the date designer, Vicki Jeanette's calendar, and I used it. I mean, I used it. I marked in it every day what I was working on. Sorry. Then I got so busy with work. I've been ordering that every year and I never write in it. And I really like this one because I think I might kind of use it like the Needlework Press book, but maybe schedule my floss tubes and my Patreon videos and things like that and kind of use it as like a mix of work and keeping track of what I'm stitching on this year. That's my goal. It's my New Year's goal is to actually really use that book this year because it's a beautiful book and it comes with a little feed my soul uh little marker. So I like it. I like it. I, you know, if you like using planners and writing stuff down, it's great. I wish I had used mine last year. And the reason I bought it is because my plan is to actually try and use it more. Uh-oh. Hold on, hold on. So that's exciting. That's a fun way to start off the new year, right? Like a really fun, it comes in this nice hard box. So I bought that. I actually ordered it a long time ago. I just happened to this summer, be looking at the one I had for this year, and I'm like, I wonder when they start selling 2026. And they were, and I got it. So I did get two bags. Um, and that's why I said I didn't have everything because I ordered Como Stitches had she did, God, was it Patreon? I think it was a she has a Patreon where you can kind of get a heads up about like sales and stuff she has. And she did a set of project bags in the Tilda fabric in the blue. I bought it, or it's around here somewhere. I got the medium. It's around here somewhere. And it came with this little accessories pouch. I can't show you the medium because it's not at hand, but I got it. It's very cute. She does some good sewing and she uses the big fat zippers and look at the inside. I love that. I love, I love, I love this. So at some point when I put a winter project, this would be good for like one of those Brenda Gervais ones. I will show you the medium bag when I have it. Right now, the only thing on my desk was the little accessories pouch. But I love that fabric so much. And this, I was almost afraid to show you because this is so amazing. I really love the folders better than the bags. The last couple years, that's kind of what I've leaned into. There's a couple of sellers on Etsy that do folders that I have been buying from, and this lady is amazing. And I'm going to tell you about it because it would be selfish to keep her to myself, but I really hope I can still get her bags. So she does folders, she does bags too. The first one I ordered, I about died because her stitching, now they're a pricier bag. The folder's kind of pricey, but her stitching is like top notch. I mean, I don't think I've gotten a project bag that is this level. I mean, Stitch Folk, top notch. I mean, Como Stitches is good. They're all good. The ones I've gotten are really good stitchers. This lady, I mean, this is like, you know. So it's on Etsy. It's called Quilted Comfort SC. And she did one in the brown, the taupe Tilda fabric. She's got a magnetic closure, right? She uses the foam. I like when they're really like kind of thick and feel like substantial. It's quilted and she uses the foam stabilizer. Oh God, I love this. Okay. So you got two zippers, well, three zippers. So you got a big one, two little ones, and then both of these open. But I would highly recommend her bags. She also uses, just like Como, she uses the fat, whatever the Zizix zipper, whatever it is. I can't even, the quality on this is so, so good. And I got some fall ones from her. I've kind of been watching for when she comes out with new fabrics. She packages it well, she ships quickly. They're beautiful. So if you're looking for a project folder rather than a bag, the thing that I like about these, okay, so I'm just like you guys. I don't really like the vinyl bags anymore because kind of the same thing. Your paper sticks to it, and if it gets, they're kind of a problem, right? So how I use the folders is in the vinyl part, I will put my fabric and threads, but I put the paper project, the actual like pattern in these parts, right? So this is big enough for like a maybe a 5-inch hoop, 4 or 5-inch hoop, maybe even a 6-inch hoop. Yeah, I bet a 6-inch would fit in here. Um, so I will put stuff like that in where the vinyl is, but so that the paper doesn't stick to the vinyl, I use these pouches. I just open up the pattern and I slip it in there, like full lace or whatever. And then with these little ones, you could do like your hoop and your fabric, your threads, your scissors, extra needles, whatever. And they stand up so nice, like on a shelf, on a bookshelf or wherever, in a basket. I just, I cannot recommend this bag maker enough. And I would recommend Como too. Como, this one, there's another one, Sheba Designs on Etsy. I buy a lot of her bags. There's a lot, of course, Stitch Folk. She hasn't really been making bags lately. Barry's bag making is perfect. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this because I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this gal. And this is a high quality bag. But like I said, they're a little pricier than just your regular, zippered fabric bags. So I talked enough. That is it. I got the video done. I'm proud of myself. I will be back on here again soon. If you're in my Patreon, you will have some videos even sooner. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully I get some stitching done and some updating and some moving to my building and get my coffee situation figured out. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.